America's first combat jet, once seen as the very symbol of U.S. air superiority, was brought down by enemy fire. But this was no accident. It was a moment that stunned military strategists and shook confidence across the world. The question that haunted everyone was, who could possibly have done this? Was it a North Korean pilot? Or was there a shadow power pulling the strings behind the scenes? What unfolded that day was more than just a dogfight. It was a warning shot in a global struggle for dominance. For the first time since World War II, the mighty United States faced defeat in the skies. And behind that defeat was a story buried deep in the politics and power plays of the early Cold War. Only a few short years had passed since the guns of World War II fell silent. But a new kind of conflict had already begun, one fought not with trenches and tanks, but with ideologies and jets. On one side stood the capitalist West led by America. On the other, the Soviet Union and its communist allies. The first battleground of this invisible war was Korea, a nation divided between two worlds. North Korea, backed by the Soviets and China, faced South Korea, supported by the United States and its allies. Then in June 1950, war erupted. North Korean troops stormed across the 38th parallel, catching the world off guard. Within days, a regional dispute turned into a global flashpoint that threatened to drag superpowers into open conflict. To America, this wasn't just a local skirmish, it was a test of ideology, a challenge it could not afford to lose. The US military responded with overwhelming force, unleashing its most advanced weapon, air power. Sleek F-80 shooting stars roared into Korean skies, their silver wings glinting in the sunlight as they struck enemy positions. It was the dawn of the jet age, and America believed its technology would secure swift victory. For months, US pilots ruled the air. The F-80s strafed, bombed, and dominated the skies with unmatched confidence. But far above the clouds, something new was stirring, a silent threat no one saw coming. A machine faster, stronger, and more deadly than anything America had yet faced. Then, one morning, radar operators picked up strange signals. Jets, moving at impossible speeds, the enemy had unveiled its trump card, the Soviet-built MiG-15. It screamed through the skies at over 650 miles per hour, faster than the F-80 could ever hope to go. Armed with powerful 23mm and 37mm cannons, the MiG didn't just challenge American aircraft, it hunted them. And with every encounter, US pilots realized they were facing something terrifyingly advanced. In the first deadly encounter, an American F-80 was torn apart in midair. The pride of US aviation crumbled into the sea, and with it, America's illusion of invincibility. Pilots who once believed they ruled the sky now fought for survival. And somewhere far away, Soviet engineers quietly celebrated. Their creation had just rewritten the balance of power. Though the Soviets denied involvement, US intelligence knew the truth. Soviet pilots, flying under North Korean insignia, were directly engaging American forces. Every dogfight became a test of skill and nerve as both sides pushed their machines to the limit. The Cold War had officially taken to the skies. The F-80 shooting star had served bravely, but it was clear the jet age had changed overnight. America's response was swift and decisive. The creation of the legendary F-86 Sabre. This new jet would go head-to-head with the MiG-15 in some of the most intense air battles in history. It wasn't just technology anymore, it was a race for global dominance. That single defeat, one American jet falling from the sky, marked the beginning of a new era. An era where air superiority would decide not just battles, but the future of nations. And behind that fall lay a message the world would never forget. Even the most powerful can bleed.